What's going on, guys? I'm going to do a little video here for my cousin Steve. I sent him a steak pipe that I refurbished. He smokes cigarettes. I'm trying to get him to smoke some pipes instead of cigarettes. But I sent him a steak pipe that I refurbished with about 4 different tobaccos. I sent him some Virginia Flake, some Aaronmore Virginia Flake, Aaronmore Flake, some Peter Stokkebye's Balkan Supreme. I sent him some Old Toby Stash and some, I think it was Whiskey Biscuit Gravy. It's a just for him blend here in Springfield, Missouri. It's kind of an aromatic with a little bit of Latakia in it. It's pretty good for an aromatic. And then Old Toby Stash is an aromatic, heavy with blueberry. It's really good for an aromatic. I think those are all I sent to him. I sent him a tamper, some pipe cleaners, and kind of a little list, a little note to him saying hi and how you kind of work the pipe and everything. So I'm gonna do a little video. I told him I'd do a little video showing him how to pack a pipe, light it up, things like that. It kind of helps. There's plenty of videos online, but I told him he could check out my channel if he wanted to, and I'd send a video straight to him. So here you go, Steve. If you ever watch this, I'm gonna fill up my Nording freehand with a little bit of GLP's Abingdon. And Steve, I think you'll like probably the Balkan Supreme and the best. It's more of a tobacco. So I'm going to get up here and show you how it's done. See, I always use like a little piece of paper. I put a little bit of tobacco on, and that way I can pour it back into the tin a little easier. Alright, folks. Other than that, had a long night at work last night. Got about 5 hours of sleep, got off late. Alright, Steve. Just take some back tobacco, pinch of it, and just kind of sprinkle it in. Just let it go in loose. And I just sprinkle it until it's full. There's a lot of ways to pack it. Main thing is the draw. Once you get it packed, the draw, like I told him in the letter, needs to be a little bit less than a cigarette draw, which he should be able to tell what that is. Alright, so you got it packed to the top. I go ahead and pack it down, I don't know, third, half the way, something like that. And it's a pretty big bowl. I need a little more tobacco. And I get me a big pinch of it, kind of like so. Kind of let it fall into it, but kind of to fill it up. Take a little out, and kind of work it in just below, a little bit below the surface, because it'll plump up. Feels pretty good. Then I always puff on it a little bit, Steve. Just puff on it a little bit to see if it's just less than a cigarette draw. And you don't want to hear like a whistle or anything. Put a little bit more in here. I haven't smoked my Nording in a while. I like it. I don't know, a little bulky. Alright, well, we'll try this. I got her all loaded up. I'll just gather up the excess stuff. Like so. You didn't have any tins, you just got a bag, but you can just open up your bags and kind of dip your pipe into it and feed it in there, and then close up your bag or something like that. If you get started on it, Steve, let me know. I'll send you some more tobaccos to try. All you need is a lighter. You need any kind of lighter, matches, whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright. So you got it all loaded up. I got everything you got. So I got some pipe cleaners over there. Tamper. Take down the ash. First light, they typically call it charring light, where you'll draw in and kind of get the top all cherried up. And you can see how the tobacco's kind of puffed up. what you'll do is that's creating kind of an ash on top, just a little bit of an ash from that burnt tobacco. So after it kind of, after the cherry kind of goes away, there ain't going to be much of a cherry this time, you just kind of barely, you don't even push hardly, you just let the weight of the tamper pretty much. Just kind of, just barely kind of put it down to where the ash is kind of flat. You want to form kind of a little layer of ash on top, and that insulates the tobacco cherry in there. And then you do it again. There's a second light. Usually there's like 3 lights. Sometimes you can do it on 2. Give it a few puffs like that. Starting to like that Abingdon a little bit better. I really felt like, yeah, I really want something tonight because I was so tired. I'm like, I need something to pick me up. A little bit of green tea, a little hot green tea, warm green tea. Hope you guys get to see this, Steve. Miss you guys. Hopefully we'll be up there in Oregon soon. Steve lives up in Oregon, just kind of between Portland and the coast. He's a veteran of the Marines. And you tamp it down just a little bit to where you have kind of an ash there, a little bit more layer of an ash. And hit it one more time, you should be good to go. When you tamp kind of as you draw, kind of helps that cherry kind of form. Don't tamp hard, it just kind of helps it contact that other tobacco that's down in there. I also put a rubber bit on his. I don't have one on this, I want to get one. I need to get a few more. Now when you're drawing in, Steve, if it's too tight, it's too hard, and you're really trying to draw in, the tobacco's too tight. You can actually loosen it up. I have a poker on mine. You can kind of stick it around the sides and just kind of loosen it up all the way around just a little bit, and then just kind of barely re-tamp it down and relight it. So you can't adjust it while you're smoking it. You typically don't have to, except right at the beginning. Now if you pack it, it's too tight when you draw in, just take it out or loosen it up and repack it. If it's too loose, like if I was sucking in on this thing and it was kind of whistling and it was hard to keep lit, the tobacco's kind of too loose, you kind of got to work with it. It's just, you know, over 2.5 years of smoking a pipe, you kind of get used to the feel of how it draws in. When you first pack it, you try it, and after a while you just kind of get that feeling. Just a little bit less resistance than inhaling on a cigarette. So, and then if you get a little gurgling, you kind of start getting some liquid in here because the tobacco is moist and stuff like that. Just run your pipe cleaner down in there. Kind of, don't jam it down in there, but just kind of go down all the way in there about as far as it'll go, and just kind of work it out and out a little bit. Flip it around, put it in the other way, and you'll get some brown juices come out. And you may have to do that 2, 3, 4 times while you're smoking a pipe. It just depends. I don't know how your pipe's going to smoke. I had to smoke it. I refurbed it and sent it to you. Hope you got it. I know you guys don't have a lot of access to pipe stores up there, so if you need anything, let me know. I'll send you some more pipe cleaners, different kinds of tobaccos. And if you don't like it, just hang on to it until I get up there, and I'll get you to like it. Sometimes it helps to get it going by putting your fingers over it to kind of control the airflow when you puff in. It kind of creates a little bit more resistance, and it kind of builds that cherry back up or it starts to die down. But I'm not used to this pipe. It's a nice pipe. That's just not a great smoking pipe. It's a good smoking pipe. But I had been smoking that old Toby Stash in it. I think I'm going to switch to an English pipe, so it's got a pretty big bowl. And you just lightly tamp that white ash down as you're smoking it. You know, it just kind of keeps it slightly packed down, and it keeps that other tobacco cherry in there kind of touching the other tobacco. And if you don't get to see this video, just smoke it up. You'll figure it out. So tired. Alright, Steve and Gretchen. I hope you get to see this as you need at work, slinging coffee. Miss you guys.